guys and gals, welcome to another drum lesson brought to you by Drums Anytime. It's obviously been a while since I've done a video, but I wanted to throw something together. You gotta pardon me, I'm fighting allergies and apparently a broken toe on my right foot, so should be interesting, the facial expressions I have when I play the kick drum, but we'll make it through it. So what I wanted to show you today was this exercise that I like doing that is something I use for a warm-up, and the concept itself is pretty basic. So all you're doing is you're playing triplets between your right hand and your left hand, hi-hat and the snare drum, and I'm just playing them in as right, left, left, right, left, left. But the idea is that you want to play the two lefts as ghosts, and then when you play 2 and 4, you're going to play that on the snare drum as an accented backbeat, so to speak. So it's really just this. So if we think about this as 8th-note triplets, it's like this. Okay. Nice and slow. So I'm just going 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. The idea is to keep the left hand ghosted, right? One, as much as you can. 1, 3, 1. Okay. A little faster. Thing. So you're playing them as 8th note triplets, and then you're going to play them as 16th note triplets, and that's going to be like this. Okay. Right? Okay. So you're going 1 to 10, and to 3 to 1. Okay. Then when you become comfortable with that, you're going to take the right hand, play that on the ride cymbal, and we'll just play a pattern on the hi-hat. So maybe something like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then this, like this. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1. So basically I just went from playing the hi-hat with the left foot on quarters and then as 8th notes, right? So if it's 16th note triplets, it's like this. 1 to 10. Okay? All right? So it's not about playing it fast because we're going to add the kick drum in there, and the kick drum has to line up with the right hand or the left hand, depending on where it falls. And we're going to use rhythmic patterns from syncopation to come up with some bass drum patterns to play against this. So get comfortable with this with your hands, and then once you're comfortable with this with your hands, move on to the next part of the video where we add some kick drums playing this when we play as this is 8th note triplets and 16th note triplets. Okay, so now that you've worked on it with just your hands, we're going to add the right foot on the kick drum. And obviously, if you're a lefty and you play a reverse, just reverse the stickings and how the feet work. Okay, so we're just going to take this pattern, and the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. That's going to be played on the kick drum, okay? And you'll see the little transcription up in the corner of the screen. So slowly, it would be like this. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So it's when it starts cooking a little bit, it's pretty cool. So it's just 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's played as 8th note triplets. If we wanted to do it as 16th note triplets, it'd be like this. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. 1. All right. Same pattern. Kick is still on the 1, the 2, the and of the 3, the and of the 4, but you're playing in the 16th note triplets. Okay. So, but you don't have to play it that fast. You can play it faster, slower, make sure it's clean, okay? So we've done that. Now we're going to go over to the ride cymbal and play the right hand on the ride with hi-hat patterns. But we'll take a different bass drum pattern for this. Get comfortable with what I just showed you, and then when you can, come back and we'll look at the next thing we're going to do when we add the ride cymbal with the right hand and a foot pattern on the left foot. Okay, so now we're going to move the right hand to the ride cymbal, and we'll play a pattern with the hi-hat. And so without the kick drum, that would sound like this. If we were playing quarter notes on the hat and we were playing this as eighth note triplets, that'd be like this. Okay. So let's just add a basic kick pattern. Nuts there, but anyway, that's it. I feel the hi-hat's a little bit busy when you're playing it that fast, but anyway, you get the idea. So, right? Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, so that's with the kick drum pattern, different than we used before. Now, if we were playing the 16th notes, it'd be like this: 16th note triplets. Let's see. Okay. So anyway, that's it. It's the same pattern. You're either playing it as eighth note triplets or 16th note triplets. You're either playing the right hand on the hi-hat or the ride cymbal. Play some different variations with your foot on the hi-hat. And of course, when you add the kick drum, it's going to change it up a little bit with the hi-hat. But mess around with this. Grab different patterns from syncopation or whatever. Come up with your own. And again, eventually move the left hand around the kit while you're doing this. And I think you'll find it's a really practical way for warming up, a practical little way to work on your technique. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. Until next time, take care.